patents over the last few days, then the deal collapsed, and now going to Turkey on loan. Göztepe, 1 season loan. Also, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, we have many things to mention, from Chelsea to Man United, a small secret on the market, but also Mo Salah, something for a goalkeeper. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, I wanted to start today's video mentioning a goalkeeper and some goalkeeper situation, because Paris Saint-Germain director Luis Campos confirms that Paris Saint-Germain are in negotiations with Gigio Donnarumma, the Italian goalkeeper, to extend his contract. So negotiations underway between PSG and Donnarumma over new deal, despite some rumors we had over the summer transfer window, at the beginning of the summer transfer window, before the Euros. PSG absolutely trusts Donnarumma. They've already been in discussions with his agents for weeks, and now entering into advanced stages of the negotiations to extend the contract of Gigio Donnarumma. Also important to say on goalkeepers that Chelsea will not face Kepa in the game they have against Bournemouth this weekend. Why? Because there is a specific clause into the contract for Kepa not to play against Chelsea, as he is on loan from the Blues. More to say on Kepa, there is also a release clause into his contract and Chelsea. Yes, because Kepa extended his contract at Chelsea to go on loan to Bournemouth, otherwise it was not possible to proceed. So 1 more season of contract, but also with the release clause included, valid in summer 2025. This release clause will become valid under certain conditions, and this release clause for £5 million. So a cheap deal, but still money for Chelsea, potentially in summer 25 for Kepa. So he extended the contract, joined Bournemouth on loan. The new contract at Chelsea is on way lower salary compared to the salary he had in the recent years at Chelsea. So this is one of the important clauses to be mentioned at Chelsea, with Kepa available in summer 25 for £5 million. Also, Bournemouth don't have any buy option clause, is a free release clause for all the clubs, £5 million. A player is leaving Chelsea, and is David Datro Fofana, who joined in 2023 for 12 million euros. He is now leaving the club on loan to join Göztepe in Turkey. The deal is done, he signed, everything is okay. He was going to AEK Athens over the last few days, then the deal collapsed, and now going to Turkey on loan. Göztepe, 1 season loan, also with a recall clause for January. So potentially Chelsea can call the player back in the January transfer window and eventually send him somewhere else if they want to, if the player wants to. So this is the agreement. Also important to say, guys, on Chelsea, that one of the updates of the day is about Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell is back into Chelsea squad, and this is an important update because Ben Chilwell has been out of the squad for weeks. In August, Chelsea have been very clear in public and in private, and so Maresca said several times he's not going to be part of the squad. He's training with the under-21s, so the idea was for Chilwell to leave. Many rumors on Manchester United, but Man United never wanted to proceed for any left back in August. They decided to leave the conversation because they believe that Mazraoui can eventually cover that position. Now there is Malacia returning, Luke Shaw, so they didn't want to proceed. And Ben Chilwell, in the final days of the window, received some approach. For example, Brentford was one of the clubs, but then he decided to reject several opportunities. Chelsea were also not so happy with some of the proposals they received, and so Ben Chilwell ended up staying at the club, and now he's back in the squad of Enzo Maresca. So he will have an opportunity. Obviously, there is still a very concrete possibility for Ben Chilwell to leave Chelsea in January and try a new experience in the January transfer window. But meanwhile, he's back in the squad, as Enzo Maresca also confirmed, and so this is an important update for sure. And then, guys, on Chelsea, they signed Jadon Sancho from Manchester United. We already discussed the terms of the story. Remember, it's a loan deal, obligation to buy if Chelsea will finish the league in position from 1 to 14, so almost guaranteed, obviously, the obligation to buy for Jadon Sancho. £20 million guaranteed, £5 million in add-ons, so from £22 million up to 25. But I wanted to reveal you something on Jadon Sancho. What I'm hearing is that in the final, let's say 3-4 days of the summer transfer window, there was a crazy idea for Jadon Sancho. You remember about Juventus, you remember about Chelsea. Jadon Sancho was prepared to leave Manchester United. at some point there was a possibility to do a swap deal. Donny Malen to Manchester United, Jadon Sancho to Borussia Dortmund. But the deal was considered impossible for several reasons. Salaries, also the transfer value of the two players was valued in completely different way between the two clubs, so it was too complicated and there was short time, so impossible to complete that swap. But there was under consideration a possibility of a swap deal. Malen to United, Sancho to Dortmund. It didn't happen, as I told you. They were too far apart in the valuation of the two players, and the salaries were also a problem, and so Jadon Sancho ended up joining Chelsea, also because Sancho was really pushing to have this opportunity at Chelsea, and now he joined the Blues under Enzo Maresca. And then, guys, another case. Mo Salah and this contract. You know, I've been here on the channel several times telling you after the game against Manchester United, Old Trafford 3-0, Mo Salah fantastic as always, and then to the press saying might be my final year at Liverpool. Then I came here and I told you guys there will be conversations, Mo Salah Liverpool, before making any decision. Yesterday, the agent of the player, Rami Abbas, with a public post on social media, said there are some journalists, there are some reports of people saying what Mo Salah is gonna do, sources close to the player, so he was not so happy with some reports, because there are some reports around about Mo Salah already deciding something. Someone already said Mo Salah is gonna extend the contract, many others already said, no, Mo Salah is gonna leave, Mo Salah already decided to leave, Mo Salah is going to Saudi, this and that. So the post of the agent of Mo Salah, Rami Abbas, is to send a clear message that Mo Salah in this moment is not communicated anything to journalists, the player, the agent of those close to the player, because the player has still not made any sort of final decision. So there will be conversations, there will be talks. Liverpool, Salah, his agent, they will discuss, they will talk face to face, and they will make a decision. So any other rumor, any other story today is still wide of mark, because Mo has not decided anything. Mo will give, obviously, his time to Liverpool to discuss, his time to Liverpool to present their project and decide together what they want to do, but it's about the length of the contract, it's about the project, it's about what the player wants to do, it's about what the club wants to do, and also important, the money, obviously, because this might be the final big contract for Mo Salah in Europe in his career. So this is why the conversation is going to take place, but this is why those close to Mo Salah believe that at the moment all the reports are not correct, because the only thing to do is to wait, is to see what happens, is to see how these conversations will go, and then it will be clear the future of Mo Salah and Liverpool. And so, guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories, from Mo Salah to Malen, Sancho, Gigio Donnarumma, but also Kepa, David Fofana, Ben Chilwell, many things being mentioned as always in the recent days. Guys, remember to subscribe to the channel and remember to turn on the notification bell to have all the latest, because every single day we are here updating you with all the news. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao!